I'll pull up my phone as well.
Okay. All right. We're live.
Hot dog.
Yay!
Welcome, everyone.
Hello.
I'm going to set us up so I can see people's comments. Let's see. There's always a few moments where we adjust ourselves, right?
Of course.
There we go. Okay. Woo, welcome, everyone. I'm 4 o'clock on the dot. Welcome.
Right on, yay!
That's awesome. We're on time. So we have in the room with us a couple of artists and instructor B. We have Daniel, the mastermind behind this exhibit. We have June, we have Kim, and we have Carol. So
Yay!
hey.
Okay. Yay!
Welcome to our second virtual exhibit. This one, if you want to, well, first of all, let me say this. This piece right here that we're looking at in the background of our mission statement is a piece that we created during the pandemic, and it was a 20-foot long mural for the Village Well in Culver City. And we'll put up the information later. So if you want to go visit it, it's an amazing piece. Quite a few of our artists were able to participate in it. And we'll also have the full story on it on a blog on our website. Daniel, you want to slide over to the name of the exhibit? Daniel's going to be our tour guide. I'm the talker, he's the mover. So, so this exhibit is called Portraits and Places, Connections We Missed During COVID. And it features artwork by piece artists. And we decided to do this because as Los Angeles slowly opens, we're reflecting on the things that we missed most during the lockdown, including people and nature and the social rituals that were part of our daily lives. And I'm just so pleased and impressed, and I couldn't have, made it without the Piece by Piece family for sure through the pandemic. But I wanted to also acknowledge some artists that helped make it possible as well. So I have a list here of amazing people that participated in this, helped us during our virtual workshops. And we had Annabella Weaver, Carol Shelkin, Ellen Dinnerman, Kelly Knickerbocker, Lori Micah, Lillian Sizemore, Monica Curie Johnson, Carolyn Elaine, Carol Kucher, apologies, Kim Emerson, and our one live artist was Gila Rayberg, who came to visit us in February of 2020, right before we shut down. We also got a lot of support from artists who couldn't necessarily join us, but sent us fantastic information, like Sherry Warner Hunter. Richard Davis sent us a lot of presentations, Mireille Swinen, Belinda Morgan, and Gail Sorensen all contributed really great information. And then we also want to thank our instructors who hung in there as we all learned how to do virtual things. and that would be B, who is here today. Thank you so much, B, for hanging in there. And Betty, who did our Wednesday workshops. Yep. Ellen Dinnerman, who's really stepped up to do some fantastic classes with us, and I think will be a real great regular instructor. Let's see, and Luz, I want to acknowledge Luz, who's out there in the field taking care of a lot of the commissions and that big project and handling a lot of the social enterprise aspect of Piece by Piece.
Right on,
Um,
Lucita.
yeah. And then a huge thank you to Daniel, who's been our technical guru that we
Yay, Daniel.
He has a huge virtual line at his door of people waiting to ask questions as he helps us maneuver through all of the challenges. For sure. So thank you so much, Daniel. So as we're going through this exhibit, well, I was making a list of some of the things that we looked at and we thought about and we studied during the past year, and I was was surprised at how many things we did. We did art and architecture. We did several classes on color theory. We did several classes on pattern, studying pattern. We had some great artists visit us and talk about public art. We studied ondimento, collage, assemblage, micro mosaic. We received an amazing donation of Smalty via Kelly Knickerbocker from Sandra Bryant. So we were very grateful for that because a lot of our artists had not worked with Smalty before, and that was a great experience. What do you guys think? That was a good class.
That was very nice. Yeah.
More smalty,
Yeah.
more smalty, really.
Yes, that was great.
Truckloads of Smalty.
Yes. And we were able to put together art kits and
Yes.
and send them out
Thank
to the
you.
artists, which was really great and helpful, so we could keep up with the classes.
I was going to say, take a pat on the back, my sweetie, who is the main.
Yes.
Thank you. I was the main shipper. I tried to get them there on time. So yes. And we've we've gotten a lot of great donations from various people around, and I see that one of our an artist who donated to us, Lori, is made a great donation to us, and we want to say thank you to Lori because she's here. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Lori.
Miss Lori.
She gave some great tile and plates and all kinds of awesome stuff. So we're very grateful for the donations that we received that helped us keep going during this time. So without further ado, let's talk a little about our exhibit. And I think, Daniel, if you'd like to just give a few tips to people when they're maneuvering on the website.
Yes. So the website, there's a couple of controls and items that you need to know in order to navigate the virtual site. There's also on our website, you will also see a version of this website that is less intensive on your device. If this one is too intensive for your device and it doesn't load, or you have internet issues, you can use the other exhibit. The other exhibit will load up a little bit quicker. This one loads, you might have a little bit of a loading time if your internet connection is a little bit unstable. And then to navigate this website, you can, if you're on a computer, you can use your arrow keys to move forwards, backwards, and then to look to the side. You can press your arrow key to the right and the arrow key to the left. And then if you're on a mouse, you can also pan the view up, pan it down with your mouse. And the other thing that if you're on a computer, when you're on with your mouse, you can also, as you might notice on the screen, there's a little bit of there's a green steps right in front of the screen. If I double click there, the virtual vision will move closer to there. And lastly, the other thing is that, there's actually two more things. If you click on there's a map on the far left corner, and in this little map, if you click anywhere on this little map, the virtual person will navigate directly to it. And then if you're on your phone, you can also double click to the location that you want to uh, uh, go towards. And then finally, when you are viewing the artwork, like right now, I'm just using the click to navigate to the piece that I want to see. When you click on the artwork, you will see a version, the screen will center itself on the mosaic, on the artwork that you're seeing. And you're also able to enlarge the piece and see a little bit about the artwork on the screen. And then if the artist has shared a few words virtually, you can play the words of the artist talking about their artwork there. And with
Daniel, I
that,
have a question.
yes.
Can we go for a virtual dip in the ocean?
Oh, that would be nice.
That would definitely be nice. That's the ocean looks really, 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 really
Yes,
beautiful.
yes, I'll jump in head first. Yep.
It looks like we're in a little island here. This is our
Yeah.
a piece by piece mosaic
Beautiful.
island of art.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, yes.
So
Yes.
clean, so clean.
Also, we do want to acknowledge and thank the Department of Cultural Affairs and the LA County Arts and Culture for supporting us in this exhibit and in our program. So shall we
I
take a
think
stroll, or was there more instruction, Daniel?
No, that was the most of that was the instruction for navigating the virtual site itself. Is just using your mouse if you're on your computer, and then on your phone you can move around, pan through like with the touch screen, pan it left or right, and double tap the screen to the section that you want to move towards. And then if you tap the artwork, similarly like clicking at the artwork, the piece will will center itself on your screen.
Oh, wow.
Perfect. Well, let's
That's
start with Hilda's
beautiful.
piece right there.
Oh,
So-
what happened? Oh,
Yeah. So let's start here. This is a piece by one of our artists named Hilda. And during the pandemic, we got an amazing commission from the Parks and Rec Society. And what they wanted was images of nature. And so a lot of our artists were inspired, and they said, create whatever a park means to you. And
wow.
this is Hilda's interpretation of a stroll through the park.
that's
Beautiful piece.
really gorgeous.
It's
Yeah.
like I just want to dive in,
Yeah.
and walk, just start walking.
yeah. Follow
Exactly.
your big road.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And then right next to it is a piece by one of our artists named Robin. And it is a beautiful angel. I love how she uses the small pieces for the angel and the larger pieces for the background. That just really looks lovely.
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
Cool.
Great technique.
Yeah. Here's another piece
Love
by
it.
Robin. We just recently finished up a class on monochromatic, and she had shared this piece with us, which is she has seashells as the heart there. I think the background is glass. And if she's out there watching, maybe she will put a comment in as to what the other materials are. But really nice piece. I like how the leaves are flowing around too, Daniel. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, like the wind's blowing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's every once in a while you see like a couple of like leaves just fall down.
yeah.
Really?
I think that's really cool. Okay, where are we going next? Let's see. Ah, beautiful.
Yeah.
Look at that. It flows right in.
Oh,
It lines up with the ocean.
Oh,
Okay.
that's pretty.
Isn't that nice?
That's
This is by
great.
one of our artists named Ugo, and he enjoyed doing some seascapes, I guess you would say. And he is such a great precision cutter. Look at those dolphins, how beautiful
yeah.
that cutting is.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Really
same for
lovely.
the ocean and the back.
Yeah.
All of it is just perfectly cut and laid.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
Fish
Very
is coming
nice.
right out the water. I love that.
Yeah, and to
Mhm.
continue our ocean theme, we also have this one.
Oh, yes, by Vicky.
Oh,
Do you want to
beach house.
play Vicky's statement on that, or you want to save that for people to listen to?
I think, why don't we save it?
Okay. Okay. This is her interpretation of a lifeguard tower.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah, she does really nice work. I always like Vicky's colors. She has love. Look at that pink sky. Isn't that pretty?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
sunset. Mhm.
Soft, quiet.
exactly. Yeah, very soothing. Let's go down. Here's another inspired landscape. I think that's June, right? Is that you, June? That's you.
I don't think so.
Nice. Yeah, it's
Oh,
lovely
That's
piece.
not yours, June?
I
Ye-
think so. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think
I
it
thought
was
it
June.
was.
We work on that together, so
Okay. Well,
yeah,
what
yeah.
is
June has
You've
been really
done
prolific.
you've done so many.
Yeah.
I know. She forgets which ones.
Oh,
That's nice,
just a
though.
dream, you guys. It's just a dream. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's see that beautiful orange one. There's two there that I believe these are Jose made these. Our artist. He's actually our
Oh,
assistant
Wow.
instructor.
love that sky.
Look at
Yeah,
that
isn't
out
that
there.
beautiful?
Wow.
Really
See the
captures the
That's
spirit.
cool.
See the
So great.
technique
Yeah.
though in regards to having a large piece of glass and then sort of shaping it into the area and then doing the
Yeah.
cutting. That's done well.
Yeah,
That's
very
technical.
nice.
That's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness.
And then he also did the one over here that's oh, I was gonna show the, yeah, there you go, the desert scene.
Oh.
That's a
Okay.
lovely one
Oh,
too.
my gosh.
Look at those
And they have
cacti.
they
That's
have
really
clouds like
nice.
that in the desert too. Gorgeous.
Oh yeah, very
That is
nice.
cool.
Let's see, and let's turn around, and here's a small tea piece by Kim, who's here with us today.
Ah,
Kim,
it
it's beautiful. You want to tell us
is. It is.
your experience working with small tea? How did it feel?
It was great. I mean, it was fun to, I did everything that Ellen had said, putting it aside, making sure every color was in with its own color. It was so easy to cut, and it was just easy. It wasn't hard at all. Now, that may be because you taught me all these things beforehand about cutting and technique, but I enjoyed the small tea. I really did. It's just was made life easier.
Yeah.
Well, you
you
got
did a
good
nice
taste in
job.
glass, honey.
Yeah. It's true. It's
Beautiful.
very true.
I'm very happy with that. That was the one I actually drew out.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
So that was really nice.
Yeah, and that was a class with Ellen, right?
Right, yeah. Yeah, I drew it out on paper, followed all the suggestions she gave, drew it out on paper, did the design and put the Smalty on it, the pieces I cut, and then I transferred it to the board and, just filled in the spots that I needed to fill in. So yeah, I'm very pleased with this one. I really am.
Bravo. Nicely done.
Nice.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
All right, let's see what we have. We're gonna go inside. We have take a look inside. Let's take a walk, feel the
Yeah.
breeze.
I feel like I'm in the Mediterranean.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
exactly. Right?
Piece of
That's a
lawn.
good place to
That's
want
a good description, Kim.
Yeah, yeah.
to.
All right, so this is a piece by Carol. Carol's here. You want to add anything about your piece here, Carol? It's one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
Not really.
Okay.
Hey, Carol.
Well, it's really nice. Yeah.
Trees are just
I
my
like-
favorite.
It's your favorite?
You know, doing trees. I like to do trees.
Oh yeah, I hear you.
And
Okay.
that's not the easiest either.
No, you did a really nice job, and you always, of course, you're a color master, so it's just so
Mhm.
lovely. Really
It's like a
beautiful.
strong image.
And then this is a mosaic of the Star Apartments.
Yay! Oh, wow.
The master blaster. Who's the artist?
Yeah, that's our late great Mike,
Yeah.
who we
Wow.
lost last year.
Yeah.
And this was one of the last pieces he created, and it's just
My
gives us
goodness.
all a great memory of the star. It's like it's the star, right? With all
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
lights behind
There you
it.
go.
He upgraded it and made it like this is what it really this should look like. Beautiful.
Yeah, no, he did a great, he always had a great perspective, right? We did one of our classes last year was art and architecture because he inspired us to look at buildings in a different way, for sure. Really nice.
I miss that place.
Yeah,
Go around.
sure. Oh, here we come up on our Zentangles.
Oh, Lord.
So
No, don't say that.
one of the classes we had with Betty was Zentangles, which Zentangles are kind of a meditative doodle using different patterns. So it's very mosaic-like, and you can go as detailed or as loose as you want. And what we did was we collaborated on 3 words that are meaningful to us, and that's creativity, community, and connection. So here you see the 2 words, creativity and community, and each artist made one of the letters, and they came out fabulous, really nice. And I think Daniel has featured some of them along the walkway here, with a bench to sit down and ponder.
Oh, wow. That's cool. That's
Oh,
cool.
Daniel. Go on, Daniel. That's great.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, so you can see some of the detail in the work that each artist did. I think that's you, B, isn't it?
Yeah, the eye.
Yeah, yeah,
Cool. The Zentangle Queen.
Yeah.
yeah.
The
Oh, yeah.
Zentangle bug bit me.
I hear you. It got me too. Let's see. And who did that one? That's
This
8.
one's 8.
Yeah,
Oh, she did splendid.
that's
Oh.
nice.
That's
Yeah.
very nice.
Perspective is nice.
That's nice.
So did everybody enjoy it as much as it, because we turned out good, a whole good project on that.
Mm-hmm.
Did you enjoy it, Kimmy?
Yes. It's just not my favorite thing. I'm sorry. To me, sometimes it just looks too chaotic. But, I think it's fun. I think it's a great thing to have fun with and try. Every human being should try that. But it's fun to work on.
Definitely. It's good practice for patterns and repetitive,
Yeah.
I think that, but you're right. It's not for everyone because it can get pretty chaotic. Let's see what else we got here. Where are we strolling to next, Daniel? We going inside?
Yes, we're
Oh,
going
open
inside.
the door. Come on in.
How about that?
Oh, it even opens.
So this is a recent piece from our artist Robbie Jean. We did a class on monochromatic art, and she made this beautiful serene scene overlooking the ocean, which is just so lovely. She really
I like
captured
that
the
moon.
spirit. Yeah. Oh, I know. What a cutter, huh?
Yeah, seriously. Seriously, that is really good.
Yeah.
Little
And this
birdie
is
in that other one.
Yeah, isn't that pretty? This is a sweet piece by one of our artists, Diane. And it's just, she always has such expressive illustrations. And this is almost, to me, it's almost like the tree is protecting the bird while it has a drink. That's how it feels.
Aw.
Yeah, yeah. Nicely done, Diane.
Yeah, yeah, really nice, really nice. This was a collaborative work by several artists, and
Wow.
Oh, look at the
we
blue.
were exploring also monochromatic and contrasting colors and using every type of material we could use. So in there you'll see all kinds of plates and glass, and then this the moon itself, and then these lines here with the hills are gold from the old May Company building, which is now the Museum of Motion Pictures. And
Yeah.
when they restored the round part in the front that had all gold, they had to remove some of the gold that was no longer good. And a lot of that was donated to Piece by Piece, which we were
Wow.
thrilled to receive.
That was nice stuff. That was,
Yeah, really great. Now, this was a very special commission for a customer who is in New York and discovered Piece by Piece, and had a very special photo that they took looking up into the trees in
oh,
Stanley
wow.
Park. And we had a brand new artist work on it. Her name is Angelica, and she did a stellar job. I mean, that is just really nice. Very good job interpreting that photo.
Hmm.
And she did.
So that resides now in New York very happily.
Wow.
You could just sit there and look up.
Right, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is a portrait of Miss B, who's with us in the room, and it was created by our artist Vicky. And there is I think she has a where she talks about it. And
Yes.
that one's short, Daniel. Let's play it and hear what she has to say if it'll work.
Uh, okay, hold. I
No?
think I can make it work.
Okay.
I
If
just
not,
need
it's
to.
okay.
I think it's because of the. I can give it a try. Hold on.
Okay. If it doesn't work, it's okay.
I think I have to
It
come
just
out
would
of
be nice to
here.
hear. Ah, okay. Okay, gotcha. Here we go.
Oh,
Let's
wait a
hear
minute.
Vicky.
Mm,
No?
can you hear that?
Of one of our piece-by-piece instructors, Beatrice
Yes.
Jones. We were in a landscape class, and for fun, I decided to draw this portrait of Bee in the classroom where she was teaching. Portraits of people and environments are also landscapes, and this piece has dimensions. Called Portrait of Miss B, this piece is meant to capture our piece-by-piece classroom environment at a point in time.
Nice. Bravo.
Yay.
And you
You
know,
are
it
immortalized,
does look
B.
like me.
It does. Looks
Oh,
like you're in the garden. There's some carrots there. So this is an amazing portrait by one of our artists, Terry. And we did a class with Carol Shelkin where she challenged artists to do a self-portrait. And Terry stepped up to that task and mastered it. Look at that.
And it looks like her.
Looks
Yes,
just
it
like
does.
her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Even that little whoosh of the hair on the side there was really lovely.
Yeah.
Very nice. This is a piece by our artist Juan, who loves to
Wow.
work with tiny, 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 tiny pieces. So this piece, although it looks large on the wall, I believe it's actually, I think 5 inches by 5 inches. So it's almost micro mosaic. And I'm always so impressed with his colors as well, and how he uses so many different kinds of pieces. When you look in
Yeah,
there,
he
you
does.
see recycled glass, you see the ceramic, everything is just put together and it just looks so natural. Really nice.
He's the master of small pieces, I tell you that.
He
Wow.
really
Really
is.
amazing.
Yes. Yes. So here's a masterpiece here. That's another collaborative piece, and
Wow.
led by our instructor Lee Adams and B. Both you were in there too, right, B? You were in
Oh,
that
yes.
class. Oh yeah. You want to talk a little about this piece?
Yeah, it was a community piece where everybody or anybody who was coming to Piece by Piece could contribute. And we first started with the round flowers. And it's like it was embedded, the glass was embedded into a very thick piece of thin set. And you could create a flower of any design, color, and we let them dry, and then we took a board where we then started to design the tree, and of course our flowers then became a part of the whole mosaic, and we added other great things into it too, you know, because it's picassiette. It has plates, it has all kinds of interesting characters and birds and different things that, you know, we thought were appropriate. So it was a great
Nice.
class, including the leaves.
Mm-hmm. I
Enjoyed
can
that one.
see all kinds of things in there, B. I see a heart. I see a skull. I see a pineapple. I mean, you could look at this
Hmm.
forever. There's so many
Oh,
different things.
Yeah, there's leaves that have been made just like the flowers. There's a bird in there. Uh, we just there's a watermelon and it looks like a bird is eating some of the watermelon. We just had a good time putting
Oh,
it
I see the
together.
watermelon right here.
Uh-huh. We
That's
had
fun.
you know, we really just sort of let the free spirit of the beauty of a tree and what you might find in a tree extend it into our tree.
Right, right. Well, you can certainly see the joy in the piece for
Oh,
sure.
it was a great
yeah.
piece.
Nice. All right, are we going to the next room? I think we saw most of the pieces in here.
You see that
Look
tree?
at, I love walking into the room here.
I
I know,
know.
isn't that something?
That's really fun. It's really
Like
fun.
that one right there.
So in this room, we have a featured artist, June, who's been all last year was working on
Oh,
creating portraits. And
Oh,
you
right,
can,
June.
Daniel, why
oh,
don't you
you
pan
guys.
around the room and let's look at a couple of the other portraits. I think it's the other way. Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
music.
you can go that way.
Yeah, so down here we have Nina
Oh,
Simone, we have Ta-Nehisi Coates, Bill Withers. June, what inspires you to do
Oh,
portraits?
wow.
I just I love the people that I do and always want to be part of their world and maybe one day meet them. I said, well, if I can never meet them, at least I could create them, at least in my mind.
Oh,
And
wow.
what they're done for society and people and caring about, you know, human beings, all of us living in a planet where we're safe and we all are have equitable things and dreams to accomplish, and just that their lives have, you know, paved the way for so many like trailblazers for the rest of others to come through in terms of
Tell them who that first portrait was of.
that's Bill Withers, and I love him. You know, I gotta have him. My dad used to listen to him. Grandma's Hand. I used to all those songs. I used to resonate. But when he passed away,
Oh
it just
yeah.
hit my heart. I love Bill Withers and Ta-Nehisi Coates, a prolific writer. You know, forward thinker in terms of you know, the state of black males in this country. He has such a
Mhm.
great story about how he sees historically sees times
Right.
changing for people. And then Nina, another one, her classical piano skills, but that she was a rebel in her own cause and how she struggled with, you know, racism. She couldn't take it, and how she went on and became this wonderful musician that still like resonates around the world. I mean, Nina's like, what do they call her, the princess
Yeah.
of soul or something. She's
Now, on Nina, you have a real earring there, right? I mean, you went dimensional on that one.
yeah, it's a side profile, Don, but I promise to do her again. Okay.
Oh, no, it's nice. And I always love what you do with the hair. You always
Yeah,
have
well, you know what?
interesting pieces.
That was my first time with a particular color grout. Instead of me waiting for help, I just thought I could do it, and then she ended up being blinged out like that. So I think she really pops looking at it now. Wow.
Right. And then on the other side here, you have, and who is this?
Oh, I don't know. Just some girl I saw in the local newspaper. She was so pretty, and she was
Okay.
holding up.
Wow.
But
Anyway,
look at the
and then we were
shells
talking.
for her
I
hair.
know.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
shelf stuff we had with, I think it was Betty, and I said, "Oh, those shells! I've got a bag full. What am I doing?" I said, "I'll just make her in her hair." So yeah, she's just a
Oh.
pretty girl. I just love her.
And each
Wow.
each
Period.
piece, June, each
Uh-huh.
piece, you are pulling more and more of the elements to doing the contrast in a face. Are you are you
Yep.
seeing that, sweetie?
And contrast in her face. Well, I would have
Yeah,
been
you know,
out
the
for family.
shading around the features, the
Oh,
nose
yeah.
and the
Here and
eyes.
here,
Oh yeah,
going
yeah.
in here.
Mhm. That comes with, I think,
Really.
is practicing.
That's
and
nice, Jim.
Yep. Yep.
Thanks,
Yeah.
thanks, y'all. Thank you. Love you guys.
Very nice.
Confidence.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now, the
look at
piece
that.
right next to that piece is by an artist, one of our artists, Magdalena. And I
Hi.
always thought this was so
Wow.
lovely. She did a really nice job.
Yeah,
If
she
you're out
did.
there, Magdalena, hello.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see you.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Elena,
So, yeah, these are our three, I think there are three musical instrument pieces. And I'm trying to look to see, that one is Rosa. I found a
Okay.
quote by Hans Christian Andersen that said, "Where words fail, music speaks."
Oh,
Okay.
wow. That's true.
powerful.
Yeah,
You write
yeah,
that down.
yeah. And then these are drums. And who's this one by, Daniel? I know you had the
Is that 8?
Guadalupe. That's by our
Ah,
artist Guadalupe.
okay.
Yeah, very. And like Daniel said, when you go to look at this yourself and you do the tour, you notice Daniel, when he goes close to the image, you can get a little information about the piece there, right there,
Oh, okay.
like he's
Cool.
doing.
I
Yeah,
love that orange.
And this
yeah.
one,
Isn't that orange great?
it's rich.
And
Yeah.
is that yours, June? This middle one here, I believe, is by June, right?
A little violin.
Because yeah, didn't Lillian Sizemore give you this piece
Yes,
right here in the middle?
she did give me that piece. I found it kind of challenging making that violin, but
Yeah.
turned it upside down. It came out pretty good. All right. I just don't know
It
the
came out
bow.
awesome.
I had to turn it
It's
upside
really
down to
nice.
get what you
So let's take a peek over on this wall over here where this very interesting piece. This is
Wow.
we were doing a class on texture. This is John's piece. This is one of our artists, John, who is really enthusiastic about stone and texture, and using all kinds of materials. And this is a diptych that he made, using everything but the kitchen sink. And maybe the kitchen sink is in there somewhere, he would say. But when you look at that across the room, when you're across the room, it really grabs you, doesn't it? I think it
Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
he really
Yeah,
put some thought into that piece. You can really capture it.
Mm-hmm.
There's John Lewis over there on the wall by June. Lovely.
Yay.
Yeah, yeah. I think you really captured him in there.
I
Yeah.
do.
Yeah,
He's a little
absolutely.
blinged out, but I'm gonna do a better one. I'm gonna do something.
Oh, he's over
Let's
there
see.
causing good trouble.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't be
Yes.
afraid.
Oh
Hey.
yeah. Now here's some more
Zentangles. Look at
Zentangles.
Oh,
those.
wow.
Yeah,
Look at
those are really nice. You know, I will say this, these are all, they look like amazing mounted artworks on the wall, and they all came
Mhm.
from different places. And Daniel was able to assemble them to look like they're like physical artworks, which I think is so amazing. Really nice. Hey, there's you. That's you, Kim, right?
That's me. That was my first angle.
Okay.
That's great. That's great.
Okay, great. Simple.
That's excellent.
Nice.
So if anybody is out there
Existential.
watching or listening, please say hi or send us a note or something so we know you're out there as we're touring around. And who is this? Who made the Y? That's you,
Oh,
Daniel.
wow.
That's Daniel's piece.
All
Oh,
right.
Nice.
Nicely done. Nicely done. Now, do we have another room, Daniel? Because I feel like we missed James's. Oh, there we
No,
go.
it's right here.
There we go. Yeah.
The mountain.
Coming around the corner. We did a great class in
Oh.
collage.
Here.
And yeah, this is James's piece.
Cool, James.
Yeah, really nice. That looks fantastic. I know.
Well, we all decided that collage was just another form of mosaic. It's just picture mosaics.
Exactly.
And he proved it to be so.
Yes, yes. Great. That's fantastic. Let's
Mhm.
see. Oh, okay. Maggie's here. Everyone say hi to Maggie. Hi, Maggie.
Hi, Maggie.
Hello, hello.
Welcome.
Great, great. So have we covered the rooms, Daniel?
Yes, we covered the rooms and we covered the outside, the exterior.
Well, why don't we go stand under the trees for a minute?
And let the breeze blow through our hair.
Yes. And reflect on our artwork. And I'm just wondering, I'm going to ask, a question, and whoever would like to answer, I would love to hear how creating Mosaic, creating art helped you through this past year and a half, really. Anyone have any thoughts on that? Kim?
It was like a purpose. Yeah, it was a purpose. Like you were learning something and it was a purpose and people were laughing. It was being with other people in the Zoom room when you couldn't be with them in real life. It's not the same, but it was that connection that really kept you from feeling so socially isolated. And these are beautiful women and men, and this stuff is like, this mosaic is like just so artistic and beautiful and fun to do, and it just makes my day when I come to class.
Yeah, well, I'm glad.
It just does.
And you've been doing some amazing work, so it's been really fun to watch your journey for sure.
Yeah, that's because you have good teachers, and you and B and what else? You and B and who am I missing? Dawn, Ellen. It was and Daniel, and just everybody was there. All the women that work on your, that help you with the first time I got there, helped me do a little heart when you were doing a project. and then working on that project. It was all learning and technique, and it's just stuff that sticks in your head, but it's the people. It's, fun to do the art, but you guys are a lifesaver. You really are.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. That's great to hear. How about you, Junie June?
Oh, gee, piece by piece has been my anchor. For me in this pandemic, I suffered with a lot of anxiety and depression. But doing art, doing this pandemic has, doing the mosaic has really grounded me, and it's helped me to overcome my anxiety and feel good about myself, and to grow creatively is a beautiful thing. Have some of the teachers show different variations of work, and just all around interest. If even if I don't feel like mosaic, if I sit down and cut a piece of glass and I say, oh wow, this shape came out with me just clipping on a certain area of something I'm covering, it just brings me into a better space in my life, and I feel like what makes me really funny too is to walk around with this apron, and then people go, where you work? Where you get that? The apron says a lot. It's almost like wearing a French beret and nobody knows you're trans, but you still can wear a beret.
Right on, June.
So about the being an artist, it's my you guys, I just love it. It just helps me in so many ways in my life. I just want to continue to get better.
Yeah.
Well, your portraits are amazing. You're really
keeping
doing
friends
some
with
amazing
great
work.
people like Kim, James, Miss Speed, Don,
Yeah.
Luce, Miss Lee, the whole posse and crew. Everybody bringing their own flavor, and it's such a non-judgmental program. You just come as you are. Render your heart. Thank you, Don. Okay.
Yeah. That was.
Amen, girl. Amen.
That's great. Hey, Carol, are you still here? Do you want to say
Yeah.
anything?
Well, I was just gonna say it was like the next best thing to being out and working together. It was as close as we could get.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, it was a lifesaver for me too, and I especially enjoyed figuring out what we were going to look at each week.
Good job, though. Really good.
Hey Don, you got to get your thesis in teaching. You wrote a whole entire lesson plan for a year. You're bad.
Well, thanks. And and a lot of times it was just like, what makes me curious, and then sharing it so that we could talk about it, because all things inspire us to create, I think.
That's true.
That's very
How about you,
true.
B?
Huh?
You have any thoughts of reflecting on the past year?
First of all, I marveled how resilient we are. Second week in March to go down and close the doors. And then by the second week in April, we were back up and running virtually. So, I was in awe, and that is definitely Daniel pulling it together for us. And it maintained an semblance of our family. And I realize how important our community is, how important it is for us together, but also people respond to the fact that that we're still viable and that we're still functioning, and we are excited with what we do, and that we're planning stuff for the future. It's piece by piece is the spot for me.
Yeah, that's great.
Plus y'all put up with me, and I'm the old lady in the group, so I do appreciate that.
I don't think that's any trouble at all. I don't think that's any trouble at all. Daniel, do you want to share any reflections?
I think, we did our best to transition as quickly as we could, to go on virtual, to continue our workshops virtually. And definitely we definitely had some growing, like in the beginning, doing the whole Zoom to Facebook,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
and we made it happen. And I'm really
Yeah.
excited about. I'm just happy to be able to share my tech knowledge, and make it happen. Like this exhibit here. I think we had a virtual exhibit in June last year as well, in June, in the beginning of June, and
Right.
that's 2 months in, right? Like 3 months into the pandemic. So pulling that off was really rewarding, especially to be able to share
Mhm.
the artwork that you all create in a digital platform that uh, that people that might not be able to visit us physically at a gallery are able to look at all of the beautiful artwork that you all create. Like that has always been that's what keeps me going, supporting the artist in whatever capacity that I can. So I really enjoy these virtual exhibits and being able to engage with the community and everyone and show off all of this beautiful artwork that people are creating.
Absolutely. I'm with you on that. Here. And
Yeah.
when we're planning on doing a few more of these, where we're going to do some live tours of some public art projects that we've done in the past. So I
Oh,
hope that people
cool.
will tune in and join us while we talk about some of the projects that we've done and how we've collaborated together, and the experiences we've had doing that, because they were all such amazing projects. So look for that in I think our first one will be in July,
Okay.
and you can go view this exhibit up on our website, and I believe this recording will be on our Facebook page, so everyone can go back and watch it a million times like I will. uh, but and please send us notes or make comments so that we know you're out there. We love to connect with people and exchange ideas and hear feedback on our work. So with that, I will say thank you to everyone who joined us and those who join us in the future
Thank
and
you.
watch this.
Thank
And
you.
Thank
yeah,
you.
thanks everyone who came into the room too. That was awesome. Fun to have a conversation while we're walking through. And thank you again, Daniel. Awesome, Daniel.
Yep.
Couldn't do it without him.
I know
No.
it. I know it. All right, everyone, take care.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank
Right.
you.
Y'all have a good
All right,
weekend.
Take
bye-bye.
care.
Stay
Yep.
cool.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.